Now then, welcome back to Material Energy Cubed on the Feed the Beast Launcher third-party mod packs made by Parcel31U, winner of Jampacked 2014. Oh yeah, we're back, and I've been fairly busy around the base today. I've been doing all sorts of stuff off camera, just sorting stuff out. This is something that we're going to deal with today, and this is because of something I've been doing over in the Miner's Delight. I have been delighted in mining in the Miner's Delight. Me and Spellcheck, we've been digging. Basically, I took the approach of falling down and breaking my legs. Yep. Took the approach of digging out the whole thing to find the ores that are just hidden away, almost like natural generated ores. So we've got things like tin ore and copper ore hidden away in Miner's Delight, and the only true way for me to find them is to dig it all out. So I decided to dig down to this level. This level is the level, the level that I cobblestoned. This little bit here that I cobblestoned through to get rid of all the spiders and stuff earlier. And then down to this level, which is the lower part of the same ravine. And we've got all sorts of cool stuff still to mine out from in here. But what's been happening is I've been mining it, running all the way back up, well, mining this area out, when myself and Spellcheck are full inventory-wise, been running all the way back up to get stuff processed or putting stuff in the AE system, and it's not been getting processed. And then when it comes to me making something during an episode, I haven't got the processing power set up. So I decided that I needed a good processing system. One of the things that I've got problematic but good at the same time is I've got my chemistry setup separated from my bees and separated from my main applied energistic system. And there are a few things that go through mine chem to make me triple my ores, double my ores, triple my ores, and quadruple sometimes my ores. So I need to be able to get items from here to there. Now I could do an AE cable all the way over and get it just delivered over there and then do something with it when it's over there in that AE system. Having two AE systems is a good thing. However, I wanted to develop this area out a bit better to be self-contained. It's already got its own crafting system. It's got its own AE system. It's got its own power system. And it's got many systems already built in for giving me supplies of things. I also want these supplies of things to be sent back to the other AE system. And the easiest way I can think of is using Tesseracts from thermal expansion. So I decided that I wanted to be able to just push a button and make a Tesseract, because Tesseracts take quite a while to make all the individual parts. So what I've got set up around here is an array of applied energistic systems and thermal expansion machines that will eventually, by the end of this episode, become an automated Tesseract making factory. There are other things that are useful as well, like this, for instance. We've got this export bus exporting the obsidian that I'm making downstairs with the little setup down there into a pulverizer. The pulverizer's then making pulverized obsidian. It's shooting the obsidian, pulverized obsidian, to the left, and that's going into the slot there of the induction smelter. Because as soon as I add lead to this, it'll make me hardened glass, which is useful in many thermal expansion recipes, not just Tesseracts. And up here we will have a ME interface that injects lead into there. So we're going to start with things like that. I've got an automated AE system down here. There we go. Well, I've got a crafting AE system down here. The only pattern I've made so far is the ability to make patterns. So I can make patterns when I need them from here. And I put it right next to each other so that I can just zip down after I create whatever pattern I'm using and zip down there. So hopefully we can go through the creation system of making Tesseracts without too much further ado. So a Tesseract requires silver ingots and bronze ingots and things in with a full crafting frame. Okay, so first off, we're going to do backwards work. We're going to work this out backwards. Okay, so a Tesseract, we will encode a pattern for a Tesseract. Okay, the only thing that I'm going to need to encode next is the full Tesseract frame. So a full Tesseract frame needs to go into a fluid transposer to make a frame needs to go to a fluid transposer to make a Tesseract frame. Okay, well, we need to make the frame first then. The frame here requires these goodies. So we'll get that sorted out so that it knows how to make a frame to be able to put it into the fluid transposer to be able to fill it up and so on. And this hardened glass, which is that, needs the lead to make it into hardened glass. Okay, so first off, we got the glass. I think I've got a couple, yes. So we're going to end up making 2 per thing, and we just need to add lead. Add lead. There we go. So I'll have 1 lead equals 2 hardened glass. And what I can do is put that into here. 1 lead would normally equal lead nuggets, right? But I can tell it that it equals 2 hardened glass and encode it and put this encoded pattern into the interface up here. So this interface which is above, if I put this here, it will say this is how you make 2 hardened glass. You put lead into here and pump it down into here, which is this purple down goes into there, you see, and then that will make hardened glass, 2 of hardened glass, and that will drop out the back and go into the AE interfaces to go back into the AE system. Okay, hardened glass. Let's check again. I love this AE system stuff in its interaction. So we've got 8 right now. Let's take those 8 out. But now we've got a crafting recipe available to us. And if I say I want to craft 2, begin, it will now shoot some lead across to here, stick it in the thermal expansion induction smelter, make me 2 more, which will now be in the AE system. And glass. There we go. There's the 2 more hardened glass. Okay? So now we've got that. We've got the ability to make the hardened glass. The other thing that we were looking at for Tesseracts to make these is enderium ingots. The diamonds, no, we've got diamonds, we're okay. I can make diamonds over in the Minechem. So I want the Tesseracts to be able to send materials over to Minechem and send the diamonds back to the AE system so that this can happen. Enderium ingots require a cooking process. Pyrotheum and enderium in an induction smelter equals 2. But we've got to make both of these components to put them into the induction smelter. So the enderium blend is this: pulverized tin, pulverized shiny metal, and resident ender bucket. So we're going to work on that now. We're going to get this enderium ingot sorted out. We are going to take that as a crafting recipe, encode, right? But we also need to take the platinum and resident buckets. So we've got buckets in here. Bucket. We've happened to have a couple of resident ender, but that's the first thing. So clear that. An empty bucket makes resident ender. That's what we're going to tell the AE system. So to make these buckets, we need to put an empty bucket into a machine. And the one with the ender, resident ender, is there. So if I put that into here, there we go. An empty bucket put into there will make resident ender. And that also ejects back into the AE system. So now if I call for buckets, if I take that one out, it's now got a crafting recipe available to me, and I can craft 1, begin. It will put an empty bucket into the thermal expansion machines there and eject out a bucket of ender. There we go. So drop those away. So now it knows how to make those when it needs it. It also needs tin and shiny metal. Tin. So most of our auto processing is going to make ingots. So I need to tell it how to sort the ingots into dust again, because we shouldn't have any dust in the system. So let's pulverize that up quickly to get some tin dust. There we go. I haven't set this up yet to automate the production of things. And then we got tin. We should have some tin dust. Pulverized tin dust. I want the pulverized shiny metal. Pulverized tin. Okay, it didn't go anywhere. Where did it go? Oh, it went straight back into the furnace, didn't it? I've got that one set up for furnaces. So I'll do it in this setup here, which doesn't go anywhere. Let's put a tin ingot into there. That'll cook up and eject out the back into the AE system. So I've got to receive from the top, eject out the back. It's just two interfaces, two ME interfaces doing that shiz for me. So now when I look at tin, I should have a tin dust. There we go. And I need an actual tin as well. Okay, so this now, clear that off. 1 tin equals 9 nuggets, or a pulverized tin in code. So now it knows how to make pulverized tin. It'll come over here and it'll put the, not that one, that one. It will put an ingot of tin into this ME interface, into this pulverizer, pulverize the tin to make the pulverized tin, and then slot that back into the AE system like so. Okay? So now we should have 2 pulverized tin in there. Cool. Alright. Well, that's getting started there. So this is 2 pulverized tin. Yeah, 2 pulverized tin. 1 tin dust. 1 platinum dust, which is that one. So we need a shiny ingot. We don't have a shiny ingot. So let's quickly cook a shiny ingot. We can put it in here. We can cook one of those. That'll do for now. These things will all get auto-processed in the future as well. I don't know if I can make platinum to make shiny metals. I think we can. It's a crossover metal, which means that there's certain processes I may need to automate to make things happen like that. So shiny, there we go. And to make the shiny pulverized thingies, we're going to need to do this. So it's exactly the same thing, but that into that makes that. There we go. And so now it knows how to make those 2 component parts. It was that, wasn't it? Yeah. There we go. So now it knows to make how those 2 component parts go together, so it can do it itself. When I want a bucket of Enderium like that, it's Tesseract, isn't it? Tesseract, we want this recipe here to be made. So, no, not that one. This one here. There we go. So it's going to need 3 tin and 1 pulverized shiny metal to make a resonant ender bucket. I think that this one actually failed. So let's try again with this. Let's put it back away. We just shift right click and put it back away again. So we want tin. We're going to need 3 tin. So I'll take that. Craft another 1. Yeah, craft another 1. And then we also want the shiny metal as well. So we're going to have 3 of those and 1 shiny. 1 shiny. There we go. And we're going to need the bucket of Enderium, which we've also taught it how to do. It's a very clever AE system, I tell you. Very clever AE system. So those go down there like that. That goes there, and that goes there. And that makes 4 Enderium blend in code. So now it's going to know how to make 4 Enderium blend. Put that in here. There we go. And then what does it do with it? We've got to get the Enderium blend first. Let's throw that away. Let's craft. Well, let's craft 4 Enderium blend. Begin. So there it goes. It's already done it because it was already in the system. It's a quick crafting recipe. So then we're going to put this into a furnace and cook it. No, we got to do it in the induction smelter. Of course. So we've got this induction smelter set up and that pulverizer set up. So we need another induction smelter. I could put it here, I guess. I could put it on the end here. I think I've got an induction smelter in here. Smelter. No. So we're going to have to make one of those quickly. See, what do I need? I just need the machine frame, which requires some steel. Iron was the one I wanted. There we go. Pop that in there. Make another induction smelter. Thank you. We're going to stick that on the side here. So it's gaining power. Get rid of all that lot. Okay, so we need to give it certain materials in order to function. Now, the only time I need pyrotheum, I believe, is to make some things, not many things. The uses of this, it's basically pyrotheum dust is only really used for that. Uses of pyrotheum dust. We might need some in a flux capacitor. We could use it to insta-smelt all of that kind of stuff. And it's also used to give us the rich slag and things with it in an induction smelter. So these induction smelter recipes, there's 17 pages of induction smelter recipes which require pyrotheum dust to be in this slot of the induction smelter. So I may as well give it pyrotheum all the time. So we got an export bus. I've got a precision. I only really need actually I need a precision for crafting it. So we're going to put a precision export bus there, and we just need a cable to attach it. I've still got a load of this stuff in here. Good, from ripping the place down in the first place. Alright, so this is going to move stacks, always active. We're going to actually move single items or craft. So from the top, we're going to go into that slot there. Just that slot there, that's where the pyrotheum's going to go. Now, this interface here is normally the output, but I could use it as an input. I could use it as an input, but I also need an output, so I may as well use it as an output. I might put something on the back as the output, actually. That would make a bit more sense to output on the back. So, interface, I've got one there, that's good. Pop that on the back here. So we're going to output, yeah, we're going to output from the back so I can use that as an input. Because at the minute it won't be able to input from the back into that one. So we're okay, right. So we're going to output everything it produces to the back, okay. And we're going to receive things from that side into just that slot there. So in theory now, we're working this all through properly. We're going to need some pyrotheum. That stuff. We're going to need some of that, which requires a bit of redstone and blaze powder. We can still make this happen in here for now, encode that. So it knows how to make pyrotheum. There we go. So it will start crafting pyrotheum when we've got it. We need some redstone, which I've started diluting my redstone ore. Redstone ore in here makes a hell of a lot of stuff. That chemical decomposer shouldn't have had copper in it. Okay, never mind. We've got all of this stuff over here. We will make redstone like this. We've got copper and iron oxide and some more copper. Make a bit of redstone, iron oxide, copper, make some more redstone. That looks like we've got everything we can from that lot. That's full. Yeah, I'm going to have to turn this down. Turn this waste disposal on for a bit so I can get the stuff back in. It's not waste disposal yet. Okay, but I got a fair bit of redstone off of that. I just need the blaze rods. Blaze, I don't know if I have many. Oh, I've got a load of blaze rods from the thing, so let's not use them all up. Let's just use like 20 and make a load. Oh, I just used shift click. Oh well. So we got that there. Let's do some pyrotheum. We can do it in here. Pyrotheum. Okay. Craft 2. Begin. There we go. We've got the 2 pyrotheum dust. So now we're going to tell it to always put and craft pyrotheum dust into that slot. It will start crafting and sorting it all out into there. So this induction smelter will always have pyrotheum in it. So long as there's the materials in here to make pyrotheum, we should be okay. And we want to tell it that to make the enderium ingots, we are going to use 2 enderium blend and 1 pyrotheum dust to make these into this. So 1, 2, we'll put 2 into there. This should make it and stick it back into the AE system the other side. And ping, there we go. Alright, so now we can find the enderium. There we go, 2 enderium ingots. Recipe for that was... No, recipe, thank you. Give me this. Was that to that? Makes 2. Okay. So I'm going to tell the AE system that 2 of those makes 2 of those. It doesn't know how to do it normally, though. It doesn't do anything, look. It doesn't know how to do it. So I'm just trying to tell it 2 of those equals 2 of those in code. And if I put that into here, it will know to eject 2 enderium blend, which it knows how to make, into here, which is accepting into that slot from there, which means that it will make the enderium blend. Now all the other pyrotheum recipes can also go in here, the ones that I want to use regularly, so that they all come into this slot. So if I need anything with pyrotheum dust in the induction smelter, I can automate it by just putting the recipes, the patterns in there to tell it what to do. Okay, so we're getting somewhere now. I think we're getting somewhere. Put that away. So let's look at our Tesseract again. To make this, we're going to need the enderium ingots, which we know of, the hardened energy glass, which we know of. It knows how to make all of those, and it has 1 available to it now. Okay, so let's also see about crafting that downstairs. We've got this one, empty Tesseract frame, and also a Tesseract. It now knows how to make those. So the empty Tesseract frame, let's make a second empty Tesseract frame. Craft 1, begin. Should find everything it needs, use everything it needs to make what it needs. It's doing a pulverizing some tin. It's then going to do that enderium blend job. It's going to do it twice, of course, because I need 4 altogether. And then when it's finished doing all that, we should have an empty frame. There we go. We've got another empty frame, which is awesome. Okay. This empty frame over here now needs to be going into here, this fluid transposer. So if I put the first one through, it should end up going back into the AE system as a full one. Takes a little while, so we can crack on with something else while we're there. Tesseract. There we go. So it should come up with a full frame any second now when it's filled itself up. There we go. So now we need to tell it how to do that automatically. So what I'm going to do is put empty frame equals full frame in code. Clear. So now it should, in theory, know that to make a full Tesseract frame, it needs to put an empty Tesseract frame into this machine, which will basically put it in there. And that will craft it. And it will craft all the component parts it needs to make the Tesseract frames, if not. So let's run this Tesseract, where we're going to make 1, begin. It's already done. There we go, so I'll take that one out. Let's see, we've got 1 Tesseract frame there. Let's craft another, begin. So it's now used that empty Tesseract frame. It will go and fill that empty Tesseract frame up. It will craft me a Tesseract. Any second now, it will craft me the Tesseract, so long as it's got all the pieces. The other thing that I could do while I'm waiting for that, actually, is set up a crafting monitor. so that I can see what it's crafting. Crafting monitor. There we go. Get one of these. Bada bing. We need the redstone for that. Has it used all the redstone up already? It's used all the redstone into here. That's full. And that is nearly full. Okay, I need to do a load more redstone ore. Make a load more redstone to do that sort of stuff. Redstone. There we go. Get the redstone ore out. And stick that over here out the way. This is partly just making sure that I've got everything I need to get things running smoothly in my base. This is where it all comes down to. Let's get some more here. Like that. Another 64 redstone. Bang. Okay. Well, I'll get some more redstone in a bit. Finding all sorts of bits of ores here and there and everywhere. Like that. Let's make 4 of these. Put the rest of the redstone in, out the way. That's it. There we go. I will actually make that a crafting recipe that the whole machine knows how to do. And I've got a furnace around this side that I can put those in. That'll get put straight back into the AE system, and that'll make me a crafting monitor. So I can put a crafting monitor here so that it all links together and I can see what's going on. Let's have a look, see how the Tesseract is doing. There we go, we've got another Tesseract. Right, so I've got 2 Tesseracts and no frames or anything in the system right now. I can just call 2 more Tesseracts. No, better not make too many because I don't want to run out of materials. Begin. So now when I come back to it, we should end up, in theory, with the Tesseracts we need. So, crafting monitor. Any eye catch up, please? Crafting monitor, there we go. So, ping, there we go. Let's have a crafting monitor. I think we've got a link behind here. Yeah, we can just put that there, and that'll be a good link. And I can put the crafting monitor, boom, on there. So now we can see what it's making. It's currently crafting the Tesseract full to make the Tesseract. So that Tesseract full is probably, or the Tesseract being filled is in here. Yeah. So it's made the frame, and now it's filling the frame, and now the frame's full. It'll do the final part of the crafting recipe to make me a Tesseract. There we go. A 3rd Tesseract. Awesome. So pretty much everything is being made. I need pulverized coal. Yeah, so we need pulverized coal as a thing that we need to be able to craft. So let's take pulverized coal. Let's take a couple. First of all, let's pulverize some coal. So we'll put the pulverizer in there. Yeah, this one. Pulverize some coal. Actually, I need to take that off for a second so that I can grab it so it knows what to do. And take the pulverized coal. So 1 coal equals 1 pulverized coal. And auto ejects out the back there. So I can do a pattern for that as well. So 1 coal equals 1 pulverized coal, encode. Yep. And then I can put those away. So when it needs a pulverized coal, it will come over to here. It will see this is where I pulverize coal. Or this is where I make pulverized coal by putting coal in there and pulverizing it. So it knows when it needs pulverized coal, and it will pulverize coal as it needs it. Okay, the victory monument. And today I've made all... Well, I just made all of these quickly off camera. They're all just simple crafting recipes. But for the victory monument, we need to collect all of the generators. And they've all been shown up as 100% except for the Nether Star generator, which is going to be just the one that we need to get through the next bit of stage. Here we go. So that slot there is going to just wait just a little while longer. And get these. Spell check, pick them up for us. Thank you. Cheers, bud. Potions generator there. Culinary generator there. Heated redstone generator. There's that. That's a high temperature furnace generator. Ender generator. Okay, maybe I put that in the wrong place, did I? Yeah, I think I put that in the wrong place. Okay, I'll take that back. I'll just come back over here. Do this one again. Okay, high temperature. Yeah, that's heated. it's the wrong one. Gimme, gimme, gimme. So that's the high temperature. And then the heated is there. Look at all them generators. Lovely job. And we just let Spellcheck do all the cleaning up. Thank you, Spellcheck. Alrighty. Well, thank you very much for watching another episode of Material Energy Cubed. I really needed to get that done and that out the way so that I can carry on with my big grand plans of making this single player playthrough more of my own personal single player world, as well as completing all the quests and going on all the adventures and doing all the things. I also want to make it into my little single player world. I'm enjoying playing this pack. I'm enjoying exploring. I'm enjoying messing around with Minechem and my favourites, Applied Energistics, and also Forestry and Thermal Expansion. I just love them all, and I'm enjoying playing around with them and seeing what I can do. So it's not going to be a rush to finish the mod pack. It's not going to be a rush to finish the quests. It's not going to be a rush to finish the victory monument here. It's going to be my single player LP. And we will complete the quests, and we will go on the adventures, and we will complete the monument and everything while we're here. But there's lots of other things that I really want to do, and this episode was just one of those episodes where I needed to get a load of stuff done in order to facilitate everything I plan to do in the future. Thank you very much for watching. I will see you next time on Material Energy Cubed.